Morning, Dave. Rolling Springs Ranch. Monday morning. Time to do another video. Been kind of slacking, kind of been turning and burning. I got a deadline to meet here in a couple weeks. Thanksgiving's around the corner. Got family rolling into town. Shot a couple TikTok videos. Got the stovepipe installed yesterday and was kind of wrapping up the kitchen as well. Kind of just doing little 30-second video clips just to kind of give you an idea what's going on. But today, or actually this week, we've rented a mini excavator to be dropped off. So what we're going to be doing is laying the electric and the water. So we're going to run from the barn back, 200 amp service, and so we got everything we need. We're just waiting on this guy. Oh, he's calling now. Stand by. All right, so that was the rental company. They just called just to confirm address, and they're getting loaded up, and they should be here probably in about 20-30 minutes. So I'm gonna turn the camera around. This is what we're doing for water supply. We got 1 inch, I guess you can call it PEX piping. So we're gonna tap in. We're gonna tap in up there by the road coming off the meter. There's another frost hydrant up there in front of the barn. So we're just gonna tap in up there, run back here, throw 2 more frost hydrants along the way, one closer towards the house and one on the backside of the barn. That way we can, next year we'll have water supply to the garden and the animals and whatever else. So ran to Tennessee to get this wire. Obviously the prices are still inflated pretty good here in Kentucky. So big box stores, they wanted almost $8 a foot for 4/0 service entrance wire, where we got it for $3.29. So that's a pretty big dollar amount. Considerable, when you got 200 feet you're running. So let's just take a walk through the house real quick, show you what we got going on. Kind of just threw a quick coat of poly on these countertops. I plumbed the gas line in yesterday, so the regulator's outside, and all I'm going to do is just hook up two 40-pound tanks. I was going to do 100-pound tanks, but I figured it's just going to get too heavy. Pot filler we got there, and then we come over here. We got that going on. And the cows are out there eating some fruit underneath a tree. So, but anyway, this is what we got going on. Trimmed out the ceiling. Still got to paint the trim to cover those gaps. But overall, we're making progress this week. Like I said, excavation. Main priority is just getting the electric and water run down here. Aside from all that, last year when we had the septic put in, there were some mounds over the drain field. So we're gonna level those back out now that it's been almost, 8 or 9 months. So it's got plenty of rain to settle and go from there. And then since we had the machine for a week, we were actually talking about a root cellar. So we'll see if time allows, if we can definitely just at least dig the hole, and then we'll come back to it. We'll form it up, pour concrete, do whatever we're going to do. Got to research a little bit more, but also it would serve as a storm shelter. So, but overall we're getting there, turning and burning. It's nice this week, cold next week. So as you can see, you got the stainless steel chimney up on the roof, so it's looking good. Looking good. And the cows. What, Chuck? Yep, they're very vocal. They love their daddy. So, all right, well, stay tuned. I'll keep you all posted once the excavator's here and we start digging some holes. And, oh yeah, cows are mad. They're gonna be running up here for some food. Anyway, so stay tuned. And I told you the cows were gonna roam up here. But anyway, they're gonna watch us when we dig holes today. Isn't that right, Bo? So I got my contractor, my helper from Crab Excavation. Bob is sitting up there waiting for the excavator to be dropped off. Sitting behind the shed, so anxiously waiting like a little kid. So we'll keep an eye on him and see if he's okay. Hey, morning. If you need anything, make yourself at home. All right, I'm going to work, but I'll keep an eye on you.
Okay.
All right. He should be here any minute.
Yeah, that's what Dina told me.
All right. All right, well, the excavator just got dropped off. I was on the phone with work, and I'm gonna see what's going on here before Bob takes off. Let's turn the camera around, see what we got. Oh yeah, a little Tonka toy. So he's gonna, we already got it marked out where we're gonna dig the lines, and yeah, we're gonna let it rip. So keep you all posted on the progress.
So we have the trench dug for the electric gate. And over here, we're gonna run another water line. That's the water line there going into the barn. So we're gonna tap in and run another line, 1-inch line down to the house, and eventually upgrade. If we don't have enough water pressure, we'll upgrade the line. Bob says the ground is hard, harder than Massachusetts. So here we are in the trench. The water line is run. Bob. Busted hump, Hilty and all this out. Plumbed it, and now, what do we do next?
Oh, we're going to put in your yard hydrants. You know,
Okay, yep.
Connect to the house.
The frost
After
free.
that, we're going to run the electric after we backfill this for a bit. Put the electric about 6 inches over top of this.
Okay.
6 to 8. And backfill everything and put some warning tape on the wall.
Sounds good. Till we talk again.
Hopefully it'll be water in the house today.
Yes. Fingers crossed.
Oh, and there's Bob. Morning, guys. Dave, Rolling Springs Ranch. Day 2. Excavation. A little recap of yesterday. So we got pretty much all the way down to the house, and as you can see, yeah, we scooted around the cattle fencing and so forth. So anyway, last night we had picked up a couple more teeth. The grounds are pretty tough here, solid clay, hard, and what we tried to do was we tried to grind. Actually, I tried to knock the pins through, because if you can see the size of the teeth, they're different, plus they're wore out and so forth. So we were trying to put 2 new ones on the outside, but we didn't have any success, even with hitting it with a punch and so forth. So I don't have the equipment, the tools for heavy equipment. So we're gonna do without for now, unless we make a call to the dealer and say, hey, you know, we just purchased these 2 teeth from you guys, can you put them in for us? So we don't have much farther to go anyway. So sometime today we should be hooking up to water. So in here, that's about as far as we got to go. Another 20 feet, and then we decided we're just gonna bring. Probably gonna put one frost-proof spigot over here, and then one down here. So I think if I had more resource, well, I have the resources, but I wish I had more pipe. If I had more pipe, I think I would trench across the driveway, run my 3-inch pipe over there for a flush out for RVs, and a water spigot over there. But I don't have any more 3-inch pipe available. I don't feel like going to get some, and you know, it's getting pretty costly anyway for this week for equipment rental and whatever else. So, well, let's take a walk out front and let's see what we got going on out there. And we're just waiting on Bob to come back and dig some more. So stand by. All right, so here's a little recap of yesterday's trench digging. We got the water main right there. We were hoping for 1 inch, but it's 3/4 inch coming out of the box. So it is what it is for now. And you can see it goes all the way over. One little section branches off into the barn. Oh. One section branches off. We can run anything up in there, which, like I said, we're gonna run direct burial for the electric, for the gate, and whatever else. Christmas wreath on the gate, blah blah blah. So, and we got that going there. So we got the cows kind of roped off. They were very curious. We don't need any broken legs. Morning, Chuck. So it's breakfast time, and I'm going in. It's time to go to work. Stay tuned. Hey guys, here we are. just got the trench run all the way down to the house. We got the blue PEX pipe sitting in there. We got it dug out over here underneath the house foundation, and we're fixing to tie it all in. So looks like Bob is doing something. I think that's where we're gonna put the water pipe up there on the back side of the barn. But let's go check on the front and see that connection up there. It's lunchtime, so I'm here turning and burning, helping out, lending a hand when I can. And let's go see what we got. Bye. All right, so I'm gonna turn the camera around, show you what we got. There we go. There's the city meter box. That the white PVC is the PVC that is going to the faucet inside the barn, and then that is where we tapped into that PVC and running 1 inch down the trench. So let me go see what Bob wants. Yes, sir.
That shovel up there, the skinny one is right up there. You can bring it down when you're coming.
All right, let me grab it and I'm coming down. That's it, that's Bob. Bob owns Crab Excavation up in Massachusetts. Decided to come down. He wanted to play and do something in his spare time, so I figured I'd rent the machine, and here he is with the Hilti, going to town. All right, so I just been assigned my first job. I was talking to Bob. I consider him the contractor, and so we're here. He's dug out. I got my water supply line under here, so I got to go in real quick, add a 3/4 inch shutoff valve inside. That's where I'm gonna put my main shutoff, and then I'm gonna stub out my 3/4 here, and he's gonna tie in to this 1 inch, and we'll leave it at that. That's what he wants me to do. That's what's going to happen. So let's take a walk inside and see what we got. So when Bob says he wants water hooked up to the house today, Bob is going to get water hooked up to the house today. So here I am in here, and this is the water heater and the electrical panel that we installed in the back master closet. So I just got to change this one T out. I don't like the way this copper fitting is sitting. Still got the pressure gauge on here, so it's still holding. So what I'm gonna do is replace this. I'm gonna put my 3/4 shutoff valve. This wall in general is going to be an access, one big access panel. So I don't want to fully seal it off and have an issue. So let me get working on that. That way, when my lunch is over, Bob's going to continue working and hook into it. So we'll have water down at the house tonight. All right, see you in a little bit. All right, so I'm in here just grabbing some new fittings, 3/4 inch T. We got a bag of the copper rings, so we'll grab those. And I think we got everything from that point. So we got the PEX copper crimper, and so we got to change the crimp fittings out. Right now I got 1/2 inch on there, and we'll take those off, change it out, and we'll be on our way. All right, so basically I got it all plumbed in. Put the new Y on that I wanted to because that copper ring was up higher, even though it passed the pressure test and so forth. Threw a 3/4 inch valve here. Again, this section is going to be like a door, an access panel, just for the fact being that, you know, you don't hide a valve behind a wall. So anyway, that's what she looks like, and still got some wiring I got to do. Just got the breakers, and we'll finish that up, you know, later on. But right now, focusing on plumbing. go back outside. I'm gonna go tape off my end, and then when he's ready, he can cut and stub. All right. So I got my PEX pipe run out. I grabbed some tape just so I could tape off the end to keep any kind of debris and rocks from entering into the pipe for the time being. And looks like we're inching closer. So still got a couple. Bob's putting the faucet in up there. I'm digging out the trench, put it closest to the barn, and then again somewhere in this vicinity we'll have another one. There is the wifey buying some more supplies to keep us hydrated, and yeah, making progress. Keep you all posted. All right, guys, burning the midnight oil. Here we are. Plumbing is hooked up. We are currently now running the electrical. So you can imagine how heavy a roll of wire, 4/0, 2 gauge, how much that weighs. So I'll show you what we got. I don't know how good the lighting is, but there we are down there. Bob's sitting down there, and we're just uncoiling the wire, running it up to the barn, and then tomorrow morning when he arrives, we will be laying it up by the panel up there. And then tomorrow at lunchtime, hopefully I can get power down to the house. So for now, the lighting isn't the greatest, but we're gonna keep on going. So see you all tomorrow for an update. All right, good morning guys. Dave, Rolling Springs Ranch. Day 3, recap. Last night, we ended up laying the electric and got it run up inside the house. Just roughed in. Lunchtime I'll come out and I'll wire that part up. But we got everything. Got everything in the trench, and we backfilled over the water pipes about 8 inches, and then we're laying the electrical there, and we're gonna backfill today. So we wanted to jump on it before Friday. They're calling for rain, so today's Wednesday. That we'll get everything backfilled today, and you know, the rain will do its job on Friday and Saturday, compact it back hopefully, and go from there. So the plan today: backfill, run the direct burial wire up front, and run it to the barn. And we get the pigs that are screaming, and yeah. So hopefully tonight, it's possible there might be a glow coming out of the house. So stay tuned. All right, so things are coming along today, making progress. That's always a good thing, right? So you can see we got it all backfilled and tampered back down, and it's looking good. So currently what we're doing now is we are going to branch off and go back around to the other side of the house, and we're going to put a hydrant down there as well. So that's what Bob's got going on, and we'll have water everywhere. So I'm gonna go inside and wire up the electrical panel, and that's where we're gonna be at. So stay tuned. All right, so I'm in here getting ready to wire up this panel and put the reds to the blacks and blacks to the reds and the greens to the whites. Nah, I'm just kidding. Doing it correctly, no fires, no problems. So that's what I'm doing during my lunch break, just hooking everything up in here. I'll put a coating on the wire to prevent any kind of corrosion, and then later on this evening I will go up to the barn and tie into that panel. So it's looking like we might have electric in here tonight. So just kind of sucks. You get off of work and it's already dark. It feels like 10 o'clock at night and you don't want to do anything, but motivation, you know, 2.5 weeks till Thanksgiving, gotta have it done. So definitely a huge improvement from last week to this week, all thanks to crab Excavation out of Massachusetts. Should hit him up. There's the phone number. Super cool guy. Top notch service, that's for sure. So anyway, stay tuned. We'll carry on later on this afternoon. And just like that, folks, we got our grounds hooked up, we got our power legs hooked up, and we got our neutral. We got everything coated in a oxidation gel, and that's pretty much it. Just got to tie in the rest of the breakers that I had just received, and that's what was going to go here. Keep in mind, we kept everything balanced as far as amperage, so we're looking pretty good. So tonight I'll wire it up in the barn, and then we'll go from there, see what happens. All right, day 4, guys. It's backfill day. As you can see, I'll zoom in. We ran a water line all the way down there by which I call the 3rd gate. Water access there. It's all backfilled and compacted, and they are currently, Dina and Bob are currently filling in the rest of the trench here by the house. So after that, we'll go back up front, roadside, and we'll backfill the front yard, and then hopefully this project will be complete. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, 70% chance of rain, so we are hustling to get it done. And again, Crab Excavation out of Massachusetts. I'll post the link, the phone number, so if anybody up in the northern states need any work, highly recommend. Attention to detail. So, all right, stay tuned. And just like that, folks, everything's pretty much coming to an end. Down the drive, this is where we put the second hydrant. Got it all nice compacted back down and graded. Could hardly tell. Tomorrow they're calling for rain, so that should be pretty good to get all this, compacted a little bit more. Everything looks good. Everything's running underneath the house. Everything is secured. Insulation wrap on the water pipe that's coming up. You can see, I showed you earlier where we had the 3-foot trench running. Everything is good. And let's go take a walk to the front yard. Just wrapping it up there, and that's going to be a complete job. A couple hours ago, I hooked up the wiring in the barn, and all I got to do is flip the breaker, double check what's in this house. I had ordered some wrong breakers for in there, and just cap off any wires that I don't want any electricity running to. So we'll see what happens here in a couple hours when I flip it. Cross our fingers, everything's wired correctly, which I have no doubt. So let's take a walk to the front, see what we got. So we got Bob wrapping it up. Chickens are out here getting their last little pecking before it becomes freezing in a couple days. So backfilling the trench, and what he does is he backfills it, and then he'll run the excavator down it to kind of compact it, and then flop all this other soil back on there, and then we'll come back through with the rake and get any extra, so we don't have any divots in the yard. So things are coming along, looking good. Morning, Dave, Rolling Springs Ranch, day 4. Follow up and final. Everything has been laid. The electric's been hooked up in the barn, ran to the cabin, hooked up. Water's been hooked up at the road. Got water faucets throughout. And last night we flipped the breaker and we have power. So it's been a huge accomplishment. Again, thanks to Crab Excavation out of Massachusetts. Today it's raining, which is good. It's a slow rain, and you could barely see any kind of dig work was done. So right now, I'll take the slow rain, let it compact the dirt back to what it was, and I guess we're gonna be on to the next project. So if there's anything you like to see, leave a comment, hit the like, subscribe, and in the meantime, on to the next.